The king has arrived. The greatness of the Ant King has been blessed upon us. And, the entrance, that has to probably be one of my favorite anime villain entrances of all time. Dude came in and showed what a villain does. Killing people like nothing, killing his own kind, eating his own kind, killing innocent people, even going as far. And Togashi, you're sick for this one, dude. You're sick. Killing a kid. So we get an actual, pretty much, bar of how far and how deadly of a threat the Ant King truly is. This was just a measurement of exactly how far and how dangerous he really was. And it was absolutely incredible. It showed that even Neferpito, the one that defeated Kite's beheaded Kite, bows down in fear to the Ant King. The Ant King slaps Neferpito with his tail to try to pretty much kill her, and it doesn't work. Him, whatever. Him, her, people keep saying the Neferpito, the guy, whatever. To try and kill Neferpito, and Neferpito survives. Basically, it's like a jab to the face instead of actually beheading her. That says more than enough about how strong and how incredible the Ant King truly is. This isn't a lackluster villain. Even being born premature, this was a premature birth. He's just incredible. Just imagine if he was born on the actual schedule. He would have been even further of a beast. But, lo and behold, premature birth, kicking ass. That speaks volumes about the character. Animation. The animation of the birth of the king, pretty dope. The birth of the king, that was pretty dope. The animation, it was looking good. It wasn't great, it looked good. But other parts of the episode, unfortunately, that was one thing that I noticed. The animation wasn't all that. A lot of the time, the characters kind of stood still, and it was like panning while just their mouths moved, and the detail on the actual characters was a bit limited compared to other episodes. So that was a small gripe of the episode. It wasn't a perfect episode. It was a perfect entrance, but it wasn't a perfect episode. So I'm talking about overall the episode. The Ant King already proved himself as a menace to society. So he's already proven himself. He's killing his own kind, got Neferpito bowing down, everything that he's done. But other parts of the episode, there was a couple things. First of all, the animation, like I said, the parts with the king looked pretty good. The king looked awesome and everything, but they definitely could have done a bit more with the animation. Unfortunately, I guess this was one of those budget saver episodes, I'd imagine, because we didn't really get the animation that I would really have loved. But still, it was looking alright. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything disappointing. It just wasn't what I had hoped for some stuff that I've seen with Hunter x Hunter in the past. So that's an unfortunate event regarding the episode's animation. The fact that ant, the one that was like the leader and everything, the one that was like the reincarnation of that little boy that loved his sister and his mom, the fact that ant went to Netero's group for help just truly shows how much of a threat the king is, that he's scared of the king and scared of what will happen to the queen because he loved the queen. And that just overall proved what Togashi set as a small seed from the beginning, making that character be there, was a big plot thing that he had overall. He had this planned out, obviously, and I think I give much kudos to that, because that's definitely pre-planning your manga, pre-planning what you want to do with certain characters, and that succeeded greatly. It's like he loved the queen so much he didn't give a shit. He would go against all the ants, and at the end of the day, his loyalties is what made him kind of evil. His loyalty to the queen and having to feed her and everything was what made him evil, but he really wasn't evil, because he even says those guys are demons, they're monsters, they're terrible. So, character development off the bat, where he finally realizes, everything I did it for the queen, but they're just menaces. They don't even care about the queen. Now they just basically abandon her when she's dying right there. Character development for an ant. For an ant. Gotta love Yoshihiro Togashi. He's a nut job sometimes with some of the stuff he does, like what he did to the little kid, but he still does some crazy shit with the character development. Another part of the episode, the Gon and Killua part, the ending. To be honest with you, there was two things with it. I felt very sad, and I felt for the characters. I felt very bad for them. Those two guys, I felt very bad for Gon and Killua. But I feel as though skipping the fight, after we had a month and a half, more or less, of building up to it, I was a bit disappointed with that. I'm not going to lie. The results was good. It was impactful, everything, etc. It was sad moments to find out that both of them lost. Not only Gon lost, but Killua lost as well, and he pretty much has to, after 30 days of protecting him, he's going to bounce. it's a sad moment, very sad. But skipping the fight definitely I feel was not the good thing to do, not a wise choice. It was like you build up this entire fight, and all we get is a little shot of seeing Gon pretty much timing out and having to not have no Nen for 30 days. And we don't even get to see what the results of Killua and Shoots McMahon's fight was. I'd imagine Killua probably ran, unless he just got knocked the hell out or something, but I think skipping that fight wasn't the best thing in my opinion. That's a gripe I had with the episode as well. But the other parts of the episode, mainly the ant parts. The parts with the ants was incredible. Incredible. I loved it. The entrance for the king, incredible. Slapping Neferpito, incredible. Killing, crazy. Everything was good on that aspect. But the ending, I feel as though skipping that fight and then parts of the episode's animation, that's where I felt it was a bit more problematic. But still, nonetheless, great episode. I'm not going to lie, my reaction, I should have recorded a live reaction to this one, because my reaction was just like, no, he's not going to do this when it came to the king. And he just kept on slaughtering, not giving a shit. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Character development. Now, what is Netero and his group going to do with the knowledge that they got from the ant that came to pretty much betray the other ants with a white flag and everything? I'd imagine they're going to use what he knows, try to invade. They have to do things slowly because they didn't plan on the king being born yet. So they have to work slowly. Knuckle and Shoot McMahon, I don't know how much they're going to... I don't know. I feel as though, from what we've seen with Gon and Killua, I think Gon definitely could have took out Knuckle if it was that timing that he literally probably could have took out Knuckle. But, we'll see what happens when they join up. I'd imagine that Gon and Killua will get their shot with the Ant King. I don't think that it's just going to be they're totally X'd out the picture. At some given point, they're going to need help, whether it's the Ant King or even another threat that shows up afterward, maybe just to help with the Royal Guards. They're going to have to do something to help, and I'll be excited for that moment. Very sad ending. So you had epicness with the king. You had a very sad ending. You had some very interesting things with the ant that pretty much betrayed the other ants and waved the white flag. But you had a couple of problem things skipping the fight, and the animation wasn't as hype, as great as I wanted it to be, or as I'd hoped it would be, because, it's a big moment, big episode. Overall episodes, still a great episode. 9 out of 10. Still great episode. Couple of problems here or there. Let me know what you think. First of all, were you impressed with the birth of the king as much as I was? I loved it. I thought that that's how you show how menacing a villain truly is, when you get a birth like that. And also, what do you think about Gon and Killua? What is going to happen with them? Are they going to actually separate after the 30 days? I'd imagine this could be a big change in the series. If the series continues on after those 30 days, after this pretty much, break of them, having to wait for him to get his Nen back, it could be a big change. Because they've always been together since the Hunter exam. But if they have to separate, it'll be a big change in the series. And I'm looking forward to see where it goes. Do you think they're going to separate afterward? Is Killua going to go back on his word to Bisky? How's that going to work? And just overall thoughts of the episode. Entrance from the Ant King, brilliant, and I loved it. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for the Ant King, because he deserves it. He's a boss right now. A boss. And as always, people, have an awesome day.